Look, as me and you have talked about a lot, like it's all about putting the data points together. And you come out of that call, I'm actually saying incrementally more bullish, not even just on Nvidia, but on the overall AI theme. Because of the Blackwell delays, if there was going to be one, what I view headwind or black cloud, they put that to rest in terms of yields and any of the issues there. Demand's outstripping supply anywhere from 10 to 15 to 1.
Right.
So when I look at the underlying enterprise demand, not just in big tech, but even like when you look at sovereign and you look at what I think ultimately is going to be the rest of sort of enterprise, this is a story I still view, call it bottom of the first, top of the second inning. I continue to view it. It's LeBron in high school and Akron.
So you really do still believe it's that early?
We're only 3%, maybe 5% tops of enterprises globally have even gone down this path.
Right.
So it comes down to like when, sometimes I think like it's very easy, like not see forest to the trees, like in terms of like, okay, October quarter, 32.5 billion, whispers 33 billion. But now the focus is more like, this is a company ultimately going toward 50, 75 billion, eventually 100 billion per quarter.
Yeah.
And I think that to me is really the trend, not just for Nvidia, but for what this means for the rest of tech.
Welcome to a headline that's bound to get some pulses racing. Larry Ellison, the tech mogul behind Oracle, revealed some jaw-dropping news that could potentially reshape the AI landscape. And it involves a famed dinner with none other than Elon Musk and Nvidia's CEO, Jensen Huang. This revelation has profound implications for the future of AI and points to Oracle's ambitious plans to become a leader in AI infrastructure. This could spell fantastic news for Nvidia and its investors, setting the stage for monumental shifts in the tech sector. Hold on tight. We're just scratching the surface here. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
So I want to quote you. This was the opening paragraph of your post-earnings research note. NVIDIA's earnings last night was front and center globally as the godfather of AI, Jensen, are the torchbearers of this AI revolution. The tech stalwart delivered massive, quote, drop the mic numbers yet again that easily beat the street with a top line that grew 122% from a year ago quarter, with 30 billion of revenue and a robust outlook for the October quarter of 32.5 billion, 80% growth. While some buy-side whisper expectations were a tad higher for the October quarter, we believe NVIDIA's surging AI chip demand, Blackwell delay concerns allayed, robust outlook, and a meteoric enterprise pipeline speaks to this AI revolution just starting to kick off its next phase of growth. I think a lot of people had that reaction, but the stock price didn't. What do you think is the main reason for why we saw NVIDIA sell off almost 6 or 7% in the immediate aftermath of that report?
I just think it's like people expect Djokovic to win 6-0, 6-0, 6-0.
Yeah.
If it's 6-3, lost 3. So the point is like you're expecting like, okay, could they give a 34 billion number? Just another. It was basically what I view as call it, $500 million higher than sort of base, maybe a little below whisper. I think it ends up probably being closer to 34 billion number. Because I think now NVIDIA recognizes when you're in this parabolic growth, especially with Blackwell, there's no reason for them to give a 34 billion, even though I think that's ultimately where it goes.
In a sizzling revelation at Oracle's financial analyst meeting, Larry Ellison painted a future where Oracle's AI infrastructure would revolutionize the technology landscape. Oracle already runs 85 state-of-the-art data centers, with 77 more in the pipeline. However, Ellison's vision stretches even further, with plans for potentially up to 2,000 data centers. Imagine sweeping vistas of towering server racks, running like a well-oiled machine, sans human operators, thanks to Oracle's advanced RDMA GPU networking technology. This game-changing tech allows lightning-fast data transfer, making it a darling of leading AI startups like OpenAI, Cohere, and xAI. But that's not what steals the show. In a rare meeting of tech titans, Ellison hosted a dinner at Nobu in Palo Alto with Tesla's Elon Musk and Nvidia's Jensen Huang. They were essentially petitioning Huang for more of Nvidia's coveted GPUs. The clamor for Nvidia's GPU capacity could essentially be summed up in Ellison's words. We were practically begging for more GPUs. Nvidia, the giant behind the powerful graphics processing units, has had an exceptional run. Oracle is already using Nvidia's flagship H100 chips and plans to leapfrog to Nvidia's latest Blackwell chips. These are expected to perform AI inference at 30 times the speed of current chips, potentially enabling the development of the largest AI models we've ever seen. It's little wonder that Nvidia's data center revenue skyrocketed to $26.3 billion in the fiscal Q2 of 2025, marking a 154% year-over-year increase. Now, you might say the stock market is like a roller coaster ride, and Nvidia's shares have indeed felt the dips. The stock is down 14.5% from its all-time high amid jitters over potential slowdowns in AI spending. But the data tells another story, one of sustained demand and future gains. Oracle has $99 billion in remaining performance obligations, a backlog swollen by a 53% rise in GPU capacity deals, totaling $3 billion just in Q1 alone. Even Tesla is in the race, aiming to deploy 50,000 GPUs by year-end, splashing out $10 billion on AI infrastructure. This unyielding demand suggests Nvidia's growth might not just be a flash in the pan. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
And I think now it's going to start to happen, Josh, at that point, the next month, and we'll be in Asia next week. Anyone that's doing Asia supply chain checks, it's actually increasing in terms of demand over supply. All of a sudden, what starts to happen is next drum roll starts. Hold on a second, 32.5, probably a sandbag number. All of a sudden, stock starts to, what I believe, continue to creep back up. And I believe we're looking $4 trillion market cap for NVIDIA in the next 6 months. I just don't see what's stopping it, given all the demand we're seeing from hyperscalers, from enterprise. The use cases now are exploding. That's why Palantir, people dismiss them as that. Look at them. Look at ServiceNow. Look what we're seeing with Oracle. That to me is the next phase, the use cases. And Jensen hit on that a bit.
I want to talk about demand. This is you. You said there will be a time that competition from AMD and others ramp up, but essentially a $1 trillion of AI CapEx over the next few years is coming its way. And last night's conference call further confirmed this demand outlook. The stage is set for tech stocks to move higher into year-end, and 2025, in our opinion, as the Fed and Powell kick off its rate-cutting cycle, macro soft landing remains the path, and tech spending on AI remains a generational spending cycle just starting to hit the shores of the tech sector. We continue to estimate for every $1 spent on an NVIDIA GPU chip, there is an $8 to $10 multiplier across the tech sector, which speaks to our firmly bullish view of tech stocks over the next year. So you're very constructive on tech going into year end and heading into 2025. And that multiplier effect, because of the GPU spend, means a lot of opportunity for a lot of stocks, not just NVIDIA.
That's exactly what we really want is, and what we talked to investors about is the multiplier. Because everyone, it's NVIDIA, it's Microsoft. No, this now kicks off a cycle we basically have never seen before. And anytime someone puts like the Cisco comparison to NVIDIA, show the chart, it looks the same. I covered tech back then. The difference is Cisco, 90% of their customers were essentially leveraged startups, Aethers, and all the CLEX. Who's the customers of NVIDIA? It's companies with 1.2 trillion on the balance sheet.
Governments.
And government. So my whole point is that I get the comparison looks great in a chart. Apple's on You cannot compare what we're seeing here. It's essentially a fourth industrial revolution that's being built out. And I think now it's the next phase. It's the software players, it's infrastructure, it's other parts of semis, it's names like AMD, it's names like in cybersecurity, how are you going to protect the workloads? So that to me is really where I see everything. That's why I'm so excited about second, third, fourth derivative.
It's not just Oracle and Tesla throwing cash into the AI furnace. Microsoft's CapEx hit $55.7 billion in fiscal 2024, aimed largely at AI infrastructure. Amazon isn't far behind, poised to top $60 billion in related CapEx for this calendar year. Nvidia's trailing 12-month earnings per share of $2.20 puts its stock at a P/E ratio of 52.7, which might seem steep compared to the Nasdaq 100 Technology Index's 30.9. But Wall Street's crystal ball projects a forward P/E ratio of 28.8, based on expected earnings per share of $4.02 for fiscal 2026. Essentially, Nvidia's current valuation could be a bargain for the patient investor. On a broader scale, the continued growth and evolution of AI is not just a passing trend, but a transformative technological shift that is reconfiguring entire industries. Financial services, healthcare, retail, and manufacturing are all areas where Oracle's beefed-up AI infrastructure could bring unprecedented efficiencies and groundbreaking innovations. The demand for advanced AI capabilities is driving the need for reliable, scalable, and powerful data processing solutions, making Oracle's bold plans a critical element in this ecosystem. Furthermore, NVIDIA's H100 and Blackwell chips represent more than just incremental improvements. These chips are stepping stones toward realizing more sophisticated, human-like AI. Enhanced processing speeds, better energy efficiency, and reduced latency are enabling the next wave of AI applications, from real-time language translation to advanced robotics and beyond. Investors, tech enthusiasts, and AI researchers alike are all keeping a close eye on these developments, recognizing that we are on the cusp of a new era of innovation. The economic ramifications are also significant. As Oracle and its peers plow billions into developing AI infrastructure, the ripple effects will be felt across global markets. This will open new investment opportunities and drive job creation in tech-related fields. There's a strong sense of optimism, as well as a pressing challenge to upskill the workforce to meet the demands of this ever-evolving landscape. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
I think actually the biggest thing that's not being priced in, the tech CapEx from the stalwarts, priced in. What's not being priced in is the incremental spend I think you're going to see from tech, the incremental spend we're seeing from enterprise and governments. I mean, just if I look on typical enterprise and you think government 8, 10%, sometimes 12% of overall spend, that's not numbers.
Yeah.
So as this all plays out, and any company, any government, it all starts with the red phone. It's Jensen. There's only one. Where are you getting the chip? It's a new gold. It's a new gold, new oil.
So here's the bottom line. NVIDIA might just be the stock you'd want to bet on. With AI spending surging from its largest clients and colossal orders for GPUs showing no sign of slowing, NVIDIA's position looks robust. The forward-looking metrics make it attractive for those willing to hold and wait for the earnings to catch up. Even in the face of a potential slowdown in distant future, today's data paints a compelling picture of a company poised for growth. The AI wave is not just an overblown fad, it's a burgeoning field with real, transformative potential. As we wrap up, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with the bullish outlook on NVIDIA? Or do you think the AI hype will eventually plateau? Drop your comments below, and let's stir up a healthy debate. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like NVIDIA have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen.